The man who turned Gotham upside down returns in Joker, Folie. But this time, it's not just him, now it's a duet of madness. Before you head into the chaos, here's everything you need to know before watching Joker, Folie.
They believe Arthur Fleck to be some kind of martyr.
The long-awaited sequel to Todd Phillips' mind-bending Joker movie. This isn't just another clown show. This is the dark, twisted, and complex universe of Gotham's most infamous villain. In Joker 2019, we saw Arthur Fleck, a man suffering from mental illness, repeatedly rejected and beaten down by society. His transformation into the Joker wasn't part of some grand scheme but more of a response to a world that pushed him over the edge. From a failed stand-up comedian to an accidental icon of chaos, Arthur's actions spiraled out of control, culminating in a citywide uprising, and it ended with Arthur fully transforming into the Joker for that unforgettable sequence on a talk show where he shot Murray Franklin on live TV.
Get what you fucking deserve!
From that moment on, Gotham City spiraled into chaos, with riots erupting and anarchy becoming the norm. Arthur was finally embraced by the citizens as a symbol of revolution, or, more accurately, pure chaos. Fast forward to Folie, and the title gives us a huge clue about the direction of the story. Folie is a French term that translates to madness shared by two, suggesting that this film isn't going to focus solely on Arthur's descent into madness. It's about the people spiraling into insanity together. The most obvious contender for Arthur's co-conspirator? None other than Harley Quinn, who's being played by none other than Lady Gaga. Is this where Arthur transforms from a victim of society to the master manipulator? Think about it. If Arthur has fully embraced a Joker persona by now, Harley could represent the first person he truly manipulates. After all, Joker's relationship with Harley is infamous for its toxic, manipulative nature. While there hasn't been explicit confirmation of a specific plan for Harley and Folie, the seeds for manipulation are there. Arthur has never been in control of anyone before until now. The question on everyone's mind is, how does Harley Quinn fit into this gritty, more grounded version of the Joker? In most adaptations, Harley is a psychiatrist who falls in love with the Joker while treating him in Arkham Asylum. But this is no ordinary Harley, and we should expect Phillips to take liberties with her backstory, possibly giving her a more tragic and realistic fall into madness. Rather than the fantastical tale we're used to, could we see her break out of Arkham? Or maybe she starts as someone who initially wants to help Arthur, only to become entrapped in his web of chaos? One thing's for sure, Lady Gaga's performance is bound to be electrifying. Now, what sets Folie apart from other superhero or villain sequels is its rumored musical elements. Yes, you heard that right. This sequel might be a musical, and Todd Phillips has teased us with shots of Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga preparing for what seems like elaborate, almost dreamlike sequences. This isn't going to be your typical musical, though. Think of it as a twisted descent into madness, where reality and fantasy blur together. Why music, though? Well, music has always been a key element in the Joker's psyche. In the first film, we saw Arthur dance to the tune of his own twisted mental state. So, it's no surprise that music could become the language of his madness in this sequel. One of the most exciting aspects of Folie is the heavy focus on Arkham Asylum, Gotham's most notorious mental institution. While we caught a glimpse of it at the end of the first movie, the asylum will take center stage here. This is where Arthur Fleck is locked away, and we can only imagine the interactions between him and the other patients will be a highlight of the film. In many ways, Arkham isn't just a setting, it's a character in itself. We'll see it as a place where Gotham's most broken individuals are housed and left to rot, amplifying the film's grim tone. Expect dark corridors, unsettling silences, and chilling moments as Arthur navigates the twisted halls. Now back to Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. This casting has sparked massive hype, and rightfully so. Lady Gaga's history of portraying intense and emotional characters makes her perfect for this role. But don't expect the candy-colored quirky Harley from previous adaptations. Phillips' Harley is likely to be far more tragic, with her romance with the Joker taking center stage. The idea of madness shared by two means we're about to witness the formation of one of the most toxic relationships in comic book history. Harley's descent into insanity will mirror Arthur's, and the two will likely be locked in a deadly dance that blends passion with chaos. But will Harley embrace the Joker's madness willingly? Or will she be manipulated into it? That remains to be seen. One thing is certain, Gaga will bring a fresh and intense dynamic that could redefine Harley's character for a new generation. And, of course, we can't forget about Gotham itself. In the first film, Gotham City was already on the brink, with Arthur's violent outbursts serving as the catalyst for chaos. This time, Gotham will likely fall even further into disorder. With Joker and Harley as symbols of revolt, the citizens of Gotham will become more unhinged, and the societal collapse will mirror the character's mental descent. In fact, we could see Gotham becoming almost a third main character, a city in which the people are so disillusioned with authority and order that they're willing to embrace the Joker's worldview. Anarchy could reign supreme, leading to some darkly poetic visual moments. As we gear up for the release of Joker, Folie, Deux, one of the biggest questions on fans' minds is, how will it end? The first film ended with Arthur basking in the chaos he created, but this time, the stakes are higher. The focus on music, Arkham Asylum, and Harley Quinn points to a film that blends psychological horror with surreal, dreamlike elements. We may witness a climax that's less about physical conflict and more about psychological warfare, where Arthur and Harley fully embrace their roles as Gotham's most dangerous individuals. Their love story may crescendo in an explosive, violent finale, or we could be left questioning what's real and what's simply a product of their delusions. Either way, Todd Phillips has promised us a movie that's going to push boundaries and possibly redefine the superhero genre again. So, are you ready for Joker's return? Let us know in the comments what you're most excited for, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns and theories. Until next time, stay sane or don't.